And we're live. Can you guys hear me? Does my voice seem quieter than normal? Oh, that's so distracting, isn't it? There. Let's see. We're live from a 4-leaf clover factory. Let's see who's here. I'm so psyched so many of you are here on a spontaneous show you only knew about 30 minutes in advance. DevilsNestKimblee, Mr. Robert, Reginald Delaware is here, Enigma, Dom, Brucos, OBJ89, Ken Curl 194, Jubles is here, Beers Brosnan 700, MJ, hey MJ, Jeffrey Wolf 95. Welcome everybody. Yes, this is a relatively spontaneous show. I mean, I started considering doing it last night, and we'll explain more about what the show is in just a moment when I get my screen back. So let's see. So yeah, we are oh, that's distracting, isn't it? Well, so I basically got a light right here. I don't know if I need it, but it's, well, we'll get into it in a second. So first off, happy Saturday, everybody. Is Dom is here, right? Is Dom here? Is Dom in the house? I think I saw him in chat. I don't know if he's here. Cool Reasons here as well. And did I say hi to Ninja Fleas? My favorite superhero ever, Ninja Fleas. Oh, we had some resubs. 11 months from Ninja Fleas. 11 months from MJ. MJ writes, yay, I get to catch one finally. And 11 months from Mr. Robert with some hype, etc Calp, etc Bulb, etc Jiffy. Let's see. Did I see if chat? I might have happened. Let's do our shout out. Let's do get these done first. This track's going to feature this first track of the day, Ken Curl's first request ever, and it's a drum fill. Awesome. Welcome, Ken Curl 194. First drum fill ever. I suggest you do a drum loop request as well, because the drum fill just happens once or twice in the song, whereas a drum loop is through the whole song, and we sort of show it on screen. It's sort of a bigger deal. So if you do a drum loop, you almost certainly get it for the next track we do. But congrats on that first. And this is Jubal's 10th drum fill and Beers Brosnan 700's 5th drum fill. Congrats. Congrats on those milestones. Let's see. What do and I press this button. Conqueror just turned on Twitch. Nice. So, did I see if Dom was here? Is Dom in the house yet? I know Dom was finishing up a stream, but I'm gonna wait. We'll do the rest of the process, and then once Dom gets here, or at least just before the song at the latest, I will explain what's going on, why we're doing this show. Oh, and a cheer from Broskiff. Thank you, Broskiff. Wow, starting off the show with a cheer from Broskiff. Kankuro, yeah, according to the database, it's your first request. Have you changed your username? If you've changed your username, then unfortunately I'm not able to transfer your statistics. Well, I mean, it's theoretically possible. I just haven't coded it, and believe it or not, it's sort of a headache to code, so I haven't done it yet. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna make our, and it's 2:08 now, but nobody made a melody request, so there's a lost opportunity on this track. It's 2:08 now. I can't add it. Once we get to these screens, it's too late for me to do anything. But barring catastrophe, I am going to try to do my normal 4 songs. But you guys know how it is with new features. Unpredictable. What might happen? Was it first of type? Maybe I said it. Maybe it was first of type. Yeah, I think you're right. It was first of... What did it say? Yeah, maybe I misread it. No, it said first request ever. Yeah. And the database is pretty accurate. So far, we've never found a mistake on of this kind. Well, even if it's not your first, I'm psyched to give you recognition once again. Okay, let's see. What are we doing here? So I have tested this new feature. Now, famous last words. There are funny times I've tested things and then they have not worked on the show. So, but Dom graciously agreed to let me to share some material that I'm going to use on the show. Part of this new feature. And I think we got, yeah, why can't I see my main screen? There we go. Oh, and Schmosh is here. Hey, Schmosh and Azazalin. Pianus Frias. Man, everyone's coming out for a Saturday show. Should I start doing Saturday shows again? I did. Some of you guys remember over the summer I did some Saturday morning shows, and we had a great crew, but it was definitely a smaller crew than normal. Wait, what's that? What's that? Tubi, did you? Oh, there it goes. Oh, let's see. A Dorkable Pony is here. One of the best usernames ever. And Sayarafi, is that how you say it? Cuba says, when did... well, this is not a normal thing. This is a special show for today. I literally decided to do it, I think yesterday, was it? And I only knew for sure 45 minutes ago because... As always, I found some issues and I was trying to get stuff fixed and ready. Oh, we have some more resubs. We got a Qubit 7 months in a row, right? Saturday, what? And Cool Reason with 11 months, right? It's almost a year. That's right. We're almost at a year anniversary of partnership. Now, all the 11 months you see, those are folks who I became partner and they subscribed right away, which was such an awesome sign of support. And to have you guys still resubbing is amazing. Oh, hey, Echolocations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I did. If you guys didn't hear about this, I was invited to be on the Music Community Podcast, Twitch Music Community Podcast with Dan Drumstone and Doc Bizzle, and it was supposed to be with Random Girl Singing, but she had some technical problems, so she couldn't make it. But Echolocations was there in chat. That was fun, yeah. But you can, I posted on our Discord the link to watch it. It's also going to be released as a podcast with much higher quality audio. So when you watch it live on stream, I wasn't going through my normal system. I was just, we were all going through like, I think lower quality systems. We all recorded our audio very high quality. and Dan is going to take it all together, and he asked me to send some music, so there's some music at the beginning he'll add on. He'll be on iTunes and everything, and so if you prefer audio version, it'll be higher quality. I think I was very loud. My mic was a little too loud during the stream. I didn't know until afterwards. So I'm sure it'll be. I won't be quite as in your face on the edited version. Let's see. So, and Brucos was here. Hey, Brucos. The Real Human Being is here. Saturday's the day to stream, I guess. Okay. Oh, there it is. There's Dom. There's Dom with the host. So I've been waiting for you, Dom, because I wanted to have you here when I did this first explanation. But when Dom gives me the thumbs up, for the time being, let's start making our loops. Let's see, we've got the old school funk remix kit. Okay, so now that we have that, in theory, it's weird that the first song of the day I'm worried that is it there and I just can't see it? That's weird. Where is I can't show Jubal's name on screen. I really want to do that. Let me. Well. Okay, well, I don't know why it's not working, but it's going to look a little funny. Unfortunately, Jubal's, I can't show your name on screen with the drum loop. It's not popping up. So, but just imagine that Jublain S is above that. Here, let's check it out. Here's the beat. And why haven't we faded out? Here's Jubal's S. Jublain S. Jubal. Nice. Let's put that kick there. Let's wrangle these hi-hats a little bit. Wrangle these snares a bit. I want them pretty ghosted, I think. And wrangle that snare, wrangle that snare. Let's see, here's Jubal's beat. There we go. Nice. There's our first beat. Thank you, Jubal. Next up, we have a Fruity Loopies 5. Oh, it's still not working. I wonder what else is not working. Let me just see. Is that... It's actually really funny that Dom requested Dombro chords on this. Okay, well, here's Fruity Loop's beat, or MJ's beat. Oh, yeah, let's put a kick on one. Let's de-emphasize that snare. And let's see. Ghost these a bit. Ghost that snare a bit. I wanted that kick down just a bit. And let's put... that should be fine. Here it is. MJ's beat. Sweet, we got our beats. Okay, let's check out our sounds. Thank you, MJ and Jubal. Our sounds, we got the rich gospel organ. We've got Dombro chords. That organ's from Jubal. We got Dombro chords. We got trance strings. We got violins, one pizzicato. Oh, the trance strings are from Enigma. The violins pizzicato is from Brucos. We got clouds from Enigma. And Eurotrance lead is also from Enigma. Okay. So you guys get to choose which sound starts the improv. Oh, and a cheer from Nifty Guy 1. Thank you, Nifty Guy 1, for that cheer. Okay, here's our vote. We could start with one of those loops or with rich gospel organ, Dombro chords, trance strings, violin pizzicato, clouds, or Eurotrance lead. Okay. So, I'm not sure if Dom's here, but I want to explain a little bit before the song starts what's going on. And so I had the idea a while back, actually like over a year ago, about doing something with video loops. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Cootie Man's work on YouTube. There's this guy named Cootie Man. He was one of I think he might have been the first person to do it on YouTube. Look up. It's a track called "The Mother of All Funk Chords," and what he did is he took these video clips from all these different videos and combined them and created a new song. So I loved that. I thought that was awesome. And although what I'm doing now, this is not quite Cootie Man, that I think is where I originally thought of this kind of thing. And my original conception actually was to do similar to Cootie Man, to have all these things on screen. I still want to do that project, but it's actually incredibly complicated. However, what I'm instead going to do is start on occasion to have guest video loops from different musicians, from other streamers, from YouTube personalities. I'm hoping it's going to be a cool way to promote the show, to get some other prominent musicians to do stuff on the show and tell their followers and social media and stuff. And more important, it's going to be really fun for me. I think it'll be really fun for you guys. The first thing I tried to use was something called Visible, which is still awesome, and it's open. I think it's a free plugin on Ableton Live that allows you to play videos in Ableton Live and loop them. Now, unfortunately, at least in my experience, there was too many artifacts, and there was too many stutters, and so I decided, okay, maybe. I knew he wrote it in Max, which is what I write in also. I thought, well, I should try to do it my way and see if I can make it work a little better for my usages. And then I started working on it. I thought, I should just integrate it into the light show. I've already written the light show does all this stuff essentially. So that's the idea, is we're gonna have different samples on this show that Dom has sent me. Dom filmed himself playing these different loops, and they're going to be part of the light show. And it is a pretty complicated thing that I'm doing, because basically the audio is playing on one computer and the video is playing on another computer, and the audio is basically trying to keep the video in sync on another computer. So you can see how that's a little complicated. I think I've solved the problem, but there might be some weird things that happen. I'm having to trigger loops in a way I haven't before. I have to trigger them sooner than I'm used to triggering, which means sometimes I'm going to trigger them late, and what you hear and what you see might not match. Now, that being said, I didn't have enough time to really make Dom's video clips, position them so that it's super visible where his hands are. And I didn't realize this until just before the show. So he's going to be on the screen, but a lot of times you're unfortunately not going to be able to see his hands because it's very low, or it's right where I stand. So anyway, all of these things we're going to figure out. But I want to just, as you guys know, there are always challenges first time, and so I wanted to get a show in. And for Dom, I should say, I don't know if Dom's here, but if we have crazy challenges, and know that we're going to do this again, I'm gonna give your loops another chance. So I want to really thank Dom for being willing to be a guinea pig on the first time we try out a new feature. And and on the looping, I'm probably gonna be developing things a little slower than sometimes, and sort of look very confused. It's because I'm having to do stuff I've never done before. That's not musical, but it's just sort of technical stuff. So yeah, there's a lot to figure out in terms of making it look better than it does now. But that's sort of the explanation of what's about to happen. So, with all those qualifications, let's see if this will work. Oh, there's a donation from Jubal. I just saw it. Jubal writes, "Good to be back. It's good to have you back, Jubal. Thank you so much." Oh, there's Dom. There is Dom. I hope you heard my little spiel. But again, big thanks to Dom for being willing to be part of a test run of a new feature. Dom sent me some sweet loops. Oh, and speaking of which, I don't even have the loops loaded. Let me get them. See, all of this is new to me. I'm figuring this out. And let's listen to the loops. Let's listen to the loops. Before, we won't see them yet. Or I don't think. Will this mess things up? Well, I'm not going to do them yet. I can't remember. I've been coding this over the last 3 days. I had the idea to have people looping a while ago, right? And I first did it with Visible, but I only in the last 3 days changed it over fully to my system, my code. Okay, I'm nervous. I was telling someone today, I don't get nervous about performance at all, but I get nervous about computer stuff. I definitely feel anxious about code and tech stuff going, my computer exploding. Let's just jump in. Okay, let's risk it. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, but I gotta do a few things first. Okay, my brain is frantically thinking, what do I need? I didn't create a checklist before the show for this specific thing. Anything I'm forgetting? Is there anything I'm forgetting? I need to verify that the tempo is sent. Oh, I didn't end the poll. Yeah, I got to do that first. And it's trans strings. We'll start with trans strings. Oh, how is that going to affect things if we don't start with Dom's loop? So this is why I have to do things live in a show. Is I just don't think of every possible issue until I'm, what if guest loop doesn't start? No, that should be okay. So I don't like to restart songs, but if I have a problem on this song at the beginning where it's not, I'm gonna restart, because the whole point of this show is to include this live looping, video looping. So, okay. Wish me luck. Here we go. Fade into black. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Cool. Well, we didn't crash and burn technologically. How about Dom with those loops? Dom, I contacted Dom last night and I was like, hey Dom, I want to do this thing. Do you think you can record some loops for me really fast? And he totally pulled it off. And there's a few more I haven't used yet. But I'm going to reuse some of these loops again on some of these songs, but use them in different ways. So today's show is Dom all the time. And like I said at the beginning, I still have to improve some ways in which the video appears. I didn't think until just before the show that I realized like you can't really see Dom's hands. So I need to figure out how to position the videos. And then in the long term, what I'm going to do is also cut to full screen of the guest so that you can really see them, so I'm not in the way. So it's not always the mirrored psychedelic thing, but sometimes it's just, front and center. That might be a week or two before I get that, and that's a little complicated, but because I have to basically do it in OBS. I can't do it internally. It's a little hard to explain, but big hype for Dom. Yeah, cows for Dom. But I should say on Monday's show, we're going to have loops from Doc Bizzle. So look forward to that. Some loops from our good friend, Mr. Doc Bizzle. Now let's look at these titles. Let's look at these titles. Let's see. From Bruco's Total Domination. I see Echolocations wrote that as well. I don't know who wrote it first, but let's see what else. From MJ, Selling Souls at the Crossroads. Wayfaring Stranger from Jubal. From A Real Human Being, No Strings, Detached. And one last one. From Bierce Prosin 700, not psychedelic, psychodelic. Psychodelic Blues. From Bierce Prosin 700. Okay, those are your title options. What'd I do? I did some trombone. And let me do a couple other shout-outs. Looking at you with kaleidoscope eyes from Azazalin. So often you won't notice. Dom. Long Ride into Town. Kankura 194. Guitar Grooves. Cubit. Okay, let's see. So for some reason our light show credits are not, that sequence has just stopped working. And so we cut to black. It is extremely awkward. I think that's probably going to happen every song. Why is the light show credits cutting to black? Big question mark. What did I change? How did I break that? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Our first time drum loop coming up. Let's end this poll. What's chat chosen? Oh, and it's a tie between Total Domination and Selling Souls at the Crossroads. Let's do our tiebreaker. And it's MJ's title. Hira has chosen MJ's title, Selling Souls at the Crossroads. Selling Souls at the Crossroads. Thank you, MJ. MJ's back and gets a title right off the bat. Let's see. Let me finish getting these. Oh, there we have some. Now we got some melodies. Okay. Okay, now this is where I have to use my brain. I have to use my brain. How do I do this? So, G minor would work. None of these keys quite work, do they? Minor. Oh, I gotta. My brain has to work faster here. Come on, kid. We did sort of, it was pretty, well, let's do that. That's 1, 2, 3, that's not very far. Let's do that. Let's do that. And G sharp. Okay. Sorry guys, I have to do math in my head. I have to do math in my head. Where's our request processor? So I need to have an easier way to see these. Viewer for the loops, so I know what they are. Quarterly. Yeah, it's musical math. It's transpositions, and so basically, if you guys notice, so Dom sent me stuff in basically one key. Now you can basically keep, without changing Dom's note, I can use him in different keys than he actually played in. I can also raise and lower his pitch, which can give us different keys. And what we're going to do on this next track is we're going to speed Dom up faster than he originally played. So that's what's cool, is we're not limited to being stuck with just the one way of doing things when someone gives me a loop. There's a lot of things I could do. So as I hope on this show, I'm going to use Dom loops every song, and they're hopefully all going to sound different. Oh, we got a bunch of milestones. Let's see, what do we have? The first request ever from Jonesy2333. It's a drum fill. Nice. First ever for Jonesy2333. We got the first drum loop ever for Concuro 194 and the first melody for Qubit. We've only been doing melodies for 1 week of this show. That means I think we only have maybe 6 or 7 people who've been melodized. It's Reginald Delware's 75th song being featured upon. Congrats on that milestone. And lastly, it is Buddy Nova's 5th. That's right, 5th BPM for Buddy Nova. So I need to remember to transpose Dom's loops before the song starts, or we're going to be in for some awkward time. So I need to create reminders to do repitching Dom's of guest loops. I'm a little annoyed is that there's some things I can't do in the Ableton Live API. There's some things I can't automate. They just haven't given you an API way to do it yet. And I think one of them is, anyone who does Ableton Live, there's something really cool called follow. Follow? I don't know what it's called exactly. Anyway, I'm going to probably use those a lot as I get better at using samples. I've done very little work with samples. But anyway, you cannot set the follow, as far as I know, through the API, which is a headache. Okay, initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills. Generate these drum loops. Let's fade this out. Let's go full screen on that. Oh yeah, we got a melody. We have a melody. So let's see, and let's see, what am I going to do this key in? I think I guess we'll call it Mixolydian, but we're not gonna. We're gonna actually mostly avoid the 7th, but we will include the. We're gonna give equal weight to the major and minor 3rd. Okay, so here is Qubit the main is our melody submitter. So let's make a melody from Qubit the main. There it is. So let me play it. Here it is raw. There we go. And here it is in context. Here's our chord, sort of. Whoops. There it is. Cool. So anyone who hasn't seen melody before, how it works is we get the notes, and then in the song, I'll play the notes in that order, but I'll change the rhythm, and I might come back to it. I might start doing variations on it. But it's been really fun this week to have melodic devices to inspire me. So there's Qubit. Okay, our kit, the drum and bass remix. Okay, and there we go. Now our drum loop screen is working. So our first drum loop is for Adorkable Pony. Nice. Let's put a kick right there and a snare here, and then that's it. That's all we're going to add to Adorkable Pony's beat. Yeah. That beat has some propulsion to it. Thank you, Adorkable Pony. Next up, it's the first drum loop ever for Concur 194. That is sweet. Let's put a snare right here. Let's de-emphasize that kick a bit. Let's shape these hats like I like to do. This snare we want really loud. These kicks, let's decrescendo them. And here's Concur's beat. You know, I want snares on 2 and 4. Be traditionalist here. Hey, Iron Beagle's here. Elron Beagle. Let's see. Okay, we got our loops. Let's check out our sounds. First up is plug string. Whoops, I can't see those though. Track names. There they go. Plug string from DevilsNestKimblee. We got alto sax from Jubal. We got hybrid mallet from Sellin. We got metal FX pan in it from MJ. We got Fairy X from OBJ89. Aqua Enchant from Pianist Frias. Okay, you guys choose which sound starts the improv. It could be one of the loops, or plug string, alto sax, hybrid mallet, metal FX pan in it, Fairy X, Aqua Enchant. Okay. Yes. That script never works. Never works. But the thing is, it works. It never doesn't work when it's not a show. Meaning, it always works when it's not a show, but it never works when it is a show. Well, it never works the first time. It works the second or the third time. Come into this poll. What's chat chosen? And it is Metal FX Pan in it. This comes from MJ. MJ. Okay, so... Oh yes, I need to get these loops. That's another thing. Ableton Live API. I have to manually drag these loops in every time. Oh, and I gotta transpose these. Which ones did I use? So we're going down 3. Or up 6. Is that what I'm going down 3? Whoops. -3, not up 3. -3. Actually, that one I want to go up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was right, 9. Is that right? Just count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do that one up too. Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready. Oh, thanks, Iron Beagle. So anyone who's just joined since the last song, so today's a bonus show because I'm testing out this new feature that is going to allow me to now have video loops of other musicians that we hear and we see that become part of the songs. And I'm still improvising from scratch. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's and I literally coded this over the last couple of days. I mean, it's integrated in the light show, which we've been doing for a while, but it's a little complicated, the syncing. And I need to think through a little better how to display the musicians on the screen. So, because like, as you can see, it's hard to see Dom's hands because, well, they're hidden by my keyboard and stuff. So I've got to reframe stuff going forward. So it's a work in progress, but it did at least basically work on the first track, and Dom sounded amazing. Okay, let's do it. Time to Etceterate. There we go. Oh. Oh, we made it. We made it through still. Man, I really need to fix my green screen. Thanks for those calps. Let's see. Let's check out your titles. From Iron Beagle, we have Tilted Sheriff. From Azazlin, a mannequin's walk through town. Make the train talk, Buddy Nova. And one last, oh, two more. Universal Units, Qubit. And one last one. Travelin on the Bayou from DevilsNestKimblee. Okay. Those are your title options. And a couple shout outs. Dimensional Measurements from Jubal. My Samurai Sword is a Guitar, Echolocations. Drunk Off Sushi, OBG89. Bwing, 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 Kinkuro 994. And what did I do on that? Oh, I think I didn't play anything. I just played keyboard. I think we'll do one more track. I had intended to do this show earlier in the day, and almost 2 hours earlier than I actually did it. But things took me longer. So I think we'll just do 3 tracks today. And I'm pretty tired. Let's see. Let's end the poll. What has chat chosen? So we're gonna do one more after this. And it was a tie between Travelin on the Bayou and Tilted Sheriff, but Epimetheus has chosen Travelin on the Bayou from DevilsNestKimblee. Nice. Thank you for your titles, everybody. That track, courtesy DevilsNestKimblee now, Travelin on the Bayou. Where are we at? Did we have a BPM yet? No, we don't have a BPM. Come on, Tubi, where's our BPM? Let's do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on, Tubi. You're taking forever. Okay, we got everything. Okay, I see these milestones. We got some milestones, I think. Yes, we do. First up, first request ever from Echolocations, and it's a drum loop. And fellow streamer Echolocations, you guys should check him out with a drum loop from Echolocations. First request ever, and the first drum loop from Jonesy233. Jonesy233 has made a request before, but this is the first drum loop, and this is Azazelin's first melody. Azazelin's first melody. Congrats on those miles. I just realized I forgot to use Qubit's melody. Oh no. Oh no. I totally spaced on it. So I'm gonna owe you one, Qubit. I totally spaced. I'm so sorry. I'm so discombobulated with all these new features. Oh man, I'm gonna write this down. So you get to take two on that melody. You didn't get it. It didn't happen. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. How did I forget that? Oh, and sorry that I had Dom's loop so loud the first time he came in. That's a rookie mistake. So I should make a note to myself. Make sure guest loop volume down. Start. So we don't deafen chat. There it is. The Qubit says, my head is too drunk off of sushi to notice. I didn't know you could get drunk off sushi. It's a good thing that there isn't a way to make alcohol food. Can you imagine? Oh man, we'd be in serious trouble. People get drunk from eating food. We'd be in trouble. Okay, let's see. Make our drum fills. Make our drum loops. Make that full screen. Bring that back. On a donation from Mr. Robert. And a sub from Echolocations. Wow, right at the same time. A donation and a sub. Well, thank you for the sub, Echolocations. And thank you, Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert writes, thanks for the bonus stream, kid. Well, thank you, Mr. Robert. Thank you so much for that donation. Okay, let's fade this out so we can make our melody. Oh, thanks, Echolocations. Oh, there's the emotes. It's an honor to be here. Love what you do here, kid. It's so raw. That's right. We make it raw here. We keep it real raw. Speaking of rawness, let's make this melody for Azazelin. Let's see. We're still sort of. Well, just give ourselves flexible. We're gonna have G major, but no major seventh in it. And I need to remember to do this. So let's make this melody from Azazelin's username. And we're in G again, right? Yeah. There it is. Whoops. So here's Azazelin's generated melody. here's in context of the chord. There it is. So watch, listen out for it. I will be doing the notes in sequence. I will take liberties with the rhythms. We have drums. Oh yeah, our drums. Let's see. What is our drum kit? Our kit is the drum and bass. Concuro says, why doesn't your sound options have a tenor sax? I don't know if it does or doesn't. Those sounds I did not personally pick one by one. I just used every sound. Well, there's some sounds, some synthesizer sounds I've never got around to adding, but it's just, that's Logic Pro's X's music library. So if there's not tenor sax, blame Logic. Don't blame me. It's on Logic. Okay, what's our kit? It's the drum and bass. We've got our beats. Oh yeah, here's echolocations. Here's echolocations raw from our drum generator. Here it is. Let's put a kick right here. And this is our sound that is the it's like the sounds of butterflies' wings or something. Here's echolocations beat. Sweet, thank you, echolocations. And next up we have Jonesy. These are first time drum loops. Here it is. What is that sound? Okay, let's keep that snare there. And let's put a kick here. Let's lower these hats just a tiny bit. And let's add a kick here. And we're gonna honor let's honor all the silence. Why not? Sweet. Thank you, Jonesy2333. We got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. First up, it's the violin tremolo from Buddy Nova. We got Bombay Pluck from Reginald Delaware. We have the Astral Pad from Adorable Pony. We have a Braxis from DevilsNestKimblee. We have FM Metallic Perk L from Real Human Being. And from Nifty Guy One, we have a Simple Square Wave. Okay, those are our sounds. So I'll tell you, it was an adventure figuring out how to sync everything up. Because the logical thing, of course, is to do everything from Ableton Live, have the video play there, but it just was not, I did not like how it looked. It's really, really jerky. Lots of artifacting. But yeah, and so I did this other thing, and I had to rewrite this one part 3 times, but I eventually figured it out. It's basically working so far tonight. You guys choose which sound starts the improv. It could be one of our loops, our violin's tremolo, Bombay Pluck, Astral Pad, Abraxas, FM metallic perk or simple square wave. The biggest issue I'm having tonight that I didn't consider until the show started is I do this thing. So I use Ableton Live, but I use a heavily customized version of it with a lot of code that I wrote. So I don't do looping the way Ableton Live comes out of the box. Anyone who knows Ableton Live, it's designed, it's like a spreadsheet, essentially. It's a spreadsheet. With each column representing a different instrument and each row representing a different part of the song. And so you basically can trigger an entire row and you'll get all those different instruments. That's way too limiting for how I do looping. So I created something called sections, which allows me to save things that aren't required to be on a row. So they can be in any sort of configuration. And then when I re-trigger it, so when I create a section, I create a new section, we go back to that first section. I just press the name of the section, so I have on my keyboard. So if it's section C, I press the C, and it triggers section C, and all the instruments and loops that were saved to happen at that time. And then once we switch to section E, I just press the E, and then I can do what I call section variations. Where, so it'll be section E variation 1, section E variation 2, section E variation 3. Anyway, when I save a section, it's not saving Dom's loop to it. So when I switch sections, I'm having to manually trigger his loop as well, which is sort of tricky. But so I need to remember to fix that. But I should say, in fairness to Ableton, the way Ableton does it makes way more sense for the way most people use Ableton. Like the way I use it would not make sense for, it only really makes sense for improvisers. The way Ableton does it is great if you're gonna compose your set and just play it straight and maybe do a little messing around. I needed something that was way more flexible, but because it's more flexible, it's also a lot more complicated. I'm into the poll. What's chat chosen? Astral Pad. Nice. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Cool. That's okay. I think. Oh, I need to load Dom's loops. Again, big shout out to Dom. I asked Dom last night if he could create some loops for me for today, and he did them super fast. So I wouldn't be able to do this today if it wasn't for Dom. And I don't know if Dom's still here, but Dom has been just extraordinary part of the show for so long. As first as a viewer and then as a longtime mod, Dom has helped out so much. So I was really excited to have this way to sort of feature Dom. And like I said, we'll definitely use some of Dom's loops again once I get finish all the upgrades to this. Since Dom was definitely the guinea pig on this show. Hey Depeche Mode, how are you? I saw Depeche when I did the podcast. Depeche Mode was at the podcast in chat, and I'm going to say it again. Depeche Mode is definitely one of my favorite usernames ever. I think I know I say that a bunch, but there's really, when it comes down to it, there's I think about 5 usernames that are in my favorite usernames of all time, and Depeche Mode is one of them. Okay, do I have these? And you don't have to transpose. Oh, you know, let's take a gamble. Wait, can I do this? Yeah, let's do that. Can I do that? I really wish the API would do this for me. Wait. Yeah, let's do that. Next. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Is there anything I need to do? Oh yes, Azazlin's melody. I need to remember to do Azazlin's melody. Wait, is that Azazlin's melody? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Time to Etceterate. Weird tech stuff. Definitely some tech things I've got to figure out there. Wow, we did it though. I don't know if you guys noticed, my mic cable fell out right at an inopportune time. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Thanks for those calps. And big calves for Mr. Domdude64. Let's look at these titles. And I did get a Zazzalin's melody in there. And we had Sweet Loose from Echolocations and Jonesy233. Let's see these titles. From Mr. Roberts, 64 Layers of Domination. Parabola, ClaraBowBunny. Twisted Twang, Jonesy2333. Projections on Projections is Aslan. One last one. From Iron Beagle, Dimensional Rift. Those are your title options. I did a little singing on there. I want some melodica. So big thanks to again to Dom for helping me try out this new thing where I'm able to do audio and video loops from other musicians. And we're gonna have Doc Bizzle featured on Monday's show, loops from Doc Bizzle. Let's see. Let's wait for this pull to end. Okay, I'm into the poll. What's chat chosen? 64 Layers of Domination, Mr. Robert. Oh, it's a tie between that and Projections on Projections from a Zazzlin. It's tiebreaker, and your enemy has chosen MrRobertTables 64 layers of domination. Nice. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Thanks everyone for your title suggestions. Why is that so loud? I apologize in advance. This is going to be, by the time I apologize, it will be very loud in your headphones for a second. I don't know what happened. It's loud in my headphones. Okay, let's see. Let's start. What do we have? Prep the end of the show. What do we have? We did 3 shows today as part of the Leaf Clover Factory show requested by Dom. We did 3 tracks. Sellin Souls at the Crossroads. Oh, and this was is this the first show of the, yeah, this is the first show of the March of the Etceterati tour from ClaraBowBunny. So we did 3 tracks, Sellin Souls at the Crossroads, Travelin on the Bayou, and we ended on 64 Layers of Domination. So we got some thank yous quick. Let's see. Of course, Enigma. Let's see our thank yous. We had our mods today included. Well, this is awkward. Included. Shout out Next Alphabet Soup. Come on, where are we at? Is this the second show that's not worked? Okay, I'm just do it manually, I guess. Our superstar mods tonight: Azazlin, Be Crafty, Bruco's ClaraBowBunny, Cooper Reason, David Schmosh, Dom, Music Chicken, Tubi. Thank you, mods. We had a host raid from Dom, our star of the show. We had donations from Mr. Robert and Jubal. Thank you so much for those donations. We had a cheer from Nifty Guy 1. We had a new sub from Echolocations. We had resubs from a Ninja Fleas, MJ, Mr. Robert, Cubit, and Coolblue Reason. Thank you all. And we had a... Oh, this is not going to work at all, is it? There it goes. Now it's time to do the shout out, which I guess you guys still can't see. So I need to make a note. So why are... I don't know if I'll be able to fix this by Monday, but end credit sequence has stopped working. I've done nothing to change it. So I don't know. Oh, you know what? I wonder. No. Okay. Well, now it's time to thank the fine folks who either named our current tour, named tonight's venue, named one of our 4 tracks, and or made a request and made one of these songs. We featured the following: A Dorkable Pony, Real Human Being, Azazlin, Beers, Prosin, 700, Brucos, Betty Nova, ClaraBowBunny, DevilsNestKimblee, Dom, Echolocations, Enigma, Flabs, Jonesy2333, Jubal, Concur 194, Iron Beagle, MJ, Mr. Robert, Nifka 1, OBJ89, PS Free as Cubit, Reginald Delaware, Schmosh, Tubi, and Triple P. Thank you for making this show what it was. Oh, is this going to work? No, that's not going to work either. Oh, there it goes. I'm going to roll our subcredits while we look for somebody to raid. Let's see, who's playing? I don't know if we ever rated her. Sweet. Okay. Raid someone new. I've never raided before. That's the benefit of streaming on Saturday. So if we've never done a raid before, after I wave goodbye to you guys in chat, a link's gonna appear if you want to join the raid. We're gonna raid this another music streamer's channel. Paste in our raid call when you get there. It's Etceterati with your favorite emotes. Make their Saturday. And thanks again to everyone for joining me on this bonus show on Saturday. Thanks again to Dom. This show would not have happened without Dom's time and help and great music. And I hope to see you guys very soon. It's Monday. Our next show is on Monday, so just 2 days away. Thanks, Echolocations. Thank you. I hope to see you guys Monday. If not Monday, then Wednesday, and then probably the next week, the following month, year, decade, century. As always, I need to come up with a new ending, right? I've been doing that one too many times. It's getting stale. It's getting stale. I gotta mix it up. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Let's do this raid. I'll see you guys later.